and he's preoccupied with something else. What is it? Is it perhaps a quest that I could help you with? Yes, I have in fact seen the red cockabirds. I've thrown them around a little bit too. And we've got to collect the cute little chicks inside the eggs. Okay, well hopefully we'll have gotten them already. That was kind of what I was going for on my way over here, just so I wouldn't have to do too much backtracking. That is a thing that you do a lot in this game. There is a lot of backtracking, and apparently I did find all of them, which is very nice. Okay, this is weird. Like, how does he know that I found all of them if he, like, doesn't know where they are? And that's really cute. I don't know. A lot of this stuff in this game is just really cute. Just the animations, stuff like that, Tomba's little grin. It's just that very bright, very colorful, very cheerful kind of game. And I really like this kind of stuff in games. I miss these kinds of games. They don't really make them like this anymore. And, you know, I was complaining about the dialogue earlier just because of that stupid misplaced capital. But actually, now that I think of it, the dialogue in this game is actually kind of well written too, I think, for the most part. Apart from the odd typo and stuff. It's kind of, yeah, it's kind of funny and cute. Just like the rest of the game. Really. And that's one of the things that sort of drew me to it. And back in the day and these days as well. Be quiet. Actually, no, I'm not. This guy's not saying anything pointless. Basically, this used to be a peaceful land, but then the evil pigs came in, and now they rule everything and are annoying people and taking their gold for some reason, which is why they took Grandpa's bracelet, and we've got to get it back. Yeah, there are seven of them, and we've got to go get them. And that's everything that he said. And now only you heard me say it instead of him for some reason. I guess I could have been quiet for that cutscene, but who cares? It's, like I said, RPG elements, kind of, and cute dialogue, but really this is not a game. This story is not a huge thing in this game. As far as I don't know, at least as far as I know, maybe there are plot twists and that kind of thing. Maybe later on, I don't know. I'd be surprised and honestly kind of disappointed if there were that kind of thing, but this is not a game where I expect to find like a really deep story or anything like that. Just a lot of cute, fun platforming action with some really good animation, I think. Yeah, I really like just all of Tomba's animations and the animations of the enemies. They just have like a lot of different things that you can see. The characters do a lot of different things that you can see them do, and it's just really cool. I really like those kinds of small touches in games, especially just animation is just a really big thing that I pay attention to a lot in these kinds of games, and when it's done well, I like really appreciate it. It like really endears me to these kinds of games when I just see really good, well done animations. It just helps to add a lot of vibrance to just sort of the visuals in general, and also just to sort of adds a lot of character to the, I guess, characters, as it were. That was kind of a bad sentence, but it just adds a lot of personality to sort of the characters and the enemies and that kind of stuff. It's just I don't know, something that I always look for in games, and it's I get a good feeling whenever I see you know, just characters and enemies with a lot of different animations. So I've got my key now, so I'm going to do a bit of backtracking through this area, and yeah, there is like, it's like, how do you know that you can jump into the foreground here? There's just, I guess there's the wall in front, kind of, but yeah. So just one of the things that kind of irritated me a little bit with this game is that, and yeah, here you just have no indication that this is the spot where you can jump into the foreground. That I kind of got lost a little bit, to be honest, going through this first area, and you are new. And, oh no, you're not. You're the dude who was hiding in the shadows before. He is Yan of the Hidden Village, and I have cleared his quest and earned some AP. That's pretty much what you're mostly doing in this game. Again, just like I said, like Lightning Returns, like those other RPGs that I mentioned, just going around doing quests for NPCs, gaining adventure points to open adventure point boxes, and yeah, and that's the game in a nutshell, really. And it's kind of cool to have that kind of thing, sort of. On top of the whole 2D Metroidvania style game. This is not really anything I've seen. Like, I haven't seen this kind of like sort of quest-heavy RPG-ish style of game done in like a 2D Metroidvania, and it's a good fit, I think. It's like, to be honest, like it's unique at least. Like, I kind of prefer, to be honest, like you're kind of more. How to put this? This sort of more lonely, atmospheric type Metroidvania games, like for example the actual Metroidvania and Castlevania, where it's just the backtracking is... Oh dear. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, hopefully that won't come back and be a problem anytime soon. And there, I just got a health up, which is very nice. Oh, okay, nice. I got kind of a chain throw there. It would have been nicer, I think, to, you know, have been able to throw the pigs into each other, because I believe you get bonus points for that. But, I haven't gotten into the menu yet. The menu is actually kind of a thing worth mentioning, but I guess if I haven't needed it. And there's our 100-year-old bell. Were there any other chests that I needed to get in this area? I really don't remember. Oh, there's a fruit up there. I kind of want that. Fruit gives you points. It's also useful. Mostly, actually, fruit is mostly useful for refilling your health, but it's also good for points, which is why I try to get it anytime I can. So, oh yeah, so there's actually sort of a weird thing going on with the menus in this game. So it's like you can press triangle to bring up your item menu and use your different items, but that's the only thing you can do in the triangle menu. And you can see we've got, yeah, we can view items to see what they do, and oh, that actually teleports you. I'd never actually tried to use this thing before. I just took it back to the old man, and, yeah, he told me I could keep it or something. So we can actually use that to warp back, and I think I'm actually going to do that, because, yeah, that'll actually save me a lot of backtracking. And actually, it would have saved me a lot of backtracking in general if I had known about that earlier. So that's kind of nice. Although, collecting the bell apparently wasn't a quest, because, yeah, I remember that in my first playthrough, or my first bit that I played through of this. That just, for some reason, I didn't get a quest solved when I returned the bell to him, even though he asked for it. Like, he asked me to retrieve the bell, and then he just, like, doesn't even mention it when I actually bring it back to him. That's just kind of weird. I guess, you know, no big flashing letters, you got a quest type stuff coming up, so therefore, who gives a shit? And there's a dwarf. We had to do something to do with dwarves. So okay, so the quest menu. Like I said, your triangle menu only brings up the item menu. But if you press select, you've got these other menus to choose from. So yeah, I can go and check my event log. Or events are basically your quests. The game calls them events, but they're quests. That's sort of the modern nomenclature that's preferred in general. But yeah, and this is the quest that we started, the event that starts the whole game. This is the one you start with. Find the bracelet. And presumably the game will be over once we complete that one, maybe? I don't know. This seems like the kind of game where that would be the thing, where there's just nothing more to the plot than get Grandpa's bracelet and defeat the evil pigs. And, okay, we've got learn how to speak the dwarf language. And, right, meet the dwarf elder. So yeah, you've got this handy little event log to let you keep track of all of the different quests that you have going. And then, so yeah, once I've sort of accessed that from the select menu, you've got all these different menus you can go into. For example, you can see here I've got all my, a bunch of different status. I got 3 different types of experience, which you get from defeating different types of enemies. There are some enemies who will give you blue and green experience, and I don't know what the difference is. I don't even know what the purple experience gets you. The manual says that you gain abilities as you from leveling up, but I've not encountered that yet. I think I made it to like level 8 in my first hour of play last time. But yeah, oops, and then from that menu you can also you can access like all these different things from the select menu, and I'm just wondering, like, why can't I have all of these different menu options from the triangle menu? It's like the item menu is part of the select menu. It's like they could easily have put those different menu tabs in the triangle menu, but for some reason it's just like, no, you go into the menu with triangle, items is the only thing you can do, and that's just like, I don't know, it's just like a really weird bit of, I just took a bite out of that dwarf's head, and I sucked the knowledge of language out of him. And that is, okay, let me suck your brains out, and yeah, just learn more and more of the dwarf language by just lashing onto dwarves' heads and taking a bite out of their brains and just getting all that delicious dwarf language knowledge contained within. It's kind of a shame that my first attempt at recording this playthrough didn't, I ended up running into technical difficulties and had to scrap it, which is kind of a shame, because I was thoroughly amused when I first saw that whole learn the language by jumping onto dwarves' heads and by jumping and biting dwarves, essentially. It's just, I found that just, like, so amusing. You, like, have no idea. Which is part of the reason why I like these kind of blind playthroughs in general. It's just you get those kinds of genuine unfiltered reactions. It's just, at least for me, it's fun. I find it's fun to see that sort of thing from people, especially if it's like a game that they sort of have like big react. If it's a game that they're like really, if the player gets like really invested in the game and has like really big genuine reactions to stuff that is like genuinely either, you know, extremely aggravating or frustrating or conversely like really cool or funny or that kind of thing. And well, all of your dwarf language is now mine. So yeah, we can talk to dwarfs now. Kind of, I don't know why they'd even thought to like include that in the game. Like why? I don't know, it's just so many things in this game. It's like, why did they think to do it that way? That's so weird. Like the thing with the menus and the thing with, like, yeah, why wouldn't they make it so that you can just understand the dwarves no problem? There was like nothing to that quest. The dwarves are just along the way. It's just in there, I guess, because someone had the idea. It's like, what if the dwarves speak a different language and you need to learn it by jumping on their heads and biting them? And it's like, and they just thought, that's a great idea, let's do it. It's just so many things like that in this game. And it's, again, part of the thing that just sort of endears this game to me from what I've played so far. It's definitely it's got a lot of promise. I have a good feeling about this one. I've been enjoying myself a lot from, the hour or so I played from that previous sort of failed recording attempt. And once again, as usual, I'm just not at all able to read and talk at the same time. Anytime you see text on the screen and me just sort of going through slowly as if I were reading it, I'm not actually reading it. I'm focused on what I'm saying. And not reading at all most of the time. So, okay, we need to talk to the Elder, but we can't talk to the Elder because they have a problem where there's some missing dwarves. And we've got to do that, I guess. Go find missing dwarves. You know, as good a quest as any. And, I guess we can go around talking to these dwarves and you know, try out our newfound dwarf language. I'm pressing the wrong button. Okay, not a single dwarf. So this is going to be our dwarf counter guy. I get a feeling that that's his job. He's the official dwarf counter, and he's going to tell us how many dwarves are missing. Okay, so, that's, again, one of our missing dwarves, only, or not. I guess he's like a special missing dwarf. It's like we're already looking for the missing dwarves, but I guess this one also gets his own quest, even though we were looking for missing dwarves anyway. So... Oh, you didn't... Oh, it looks like you have a problem? Awesome, I am a problem solver. Tell me your problem, and I'll get a quest text, and... You've hit something special? Okay, let's go get the special important thing. Quest text coming up? Nope. Okay, screw your important thing. It was not important at all. It doesn't even have event text. It's like we're not getting a quest to go look for your important thing lost in the woods. How important could it be unless it has, you know, quest text? Not even gonna care about that. Hopefully, at least. Because, yeah, if it's not in the event log, I'm gonna forget about it. They're facing a big dilemma. Okay, looks like they've got another problem. What is your dilemma? Friends at the Elder's house. So that is our missing dwarf problem, I guess. That's not really a dilemma. I wouldn't exactly chalk that up as to like a bad translation or anything. That's just like a common English thing. Like a dilemma is not just a problem that you have. It's like it's a specific type of problem where you have like a couple bad options. It's like I can do one thing or I can do the other. I've got a tough choice to make and both options are like really terrible. That's what a dilemma is. Where you've got like sort of two options where you've got to take one but you don't really want to take either of them. That's what a dilemma is. A dilemma isn't just like any old problem that you have. It's like, oh, I've got this dilemma. A bunch of dwarves are missing. That's not a dilemma. It's like, oh, a dilemma. What choices do we have? Well, we can go look for them, or we can not go look for them. Why wouldn't you go look for them? It's like, we've got a problem. We've got to find the dwarves. That's one option there. There is no dilemma. I say this as an expert. At dwarf language, having sucked out the knowledge of your language from the brains of your comrades. As an expert in Dwarvish, you are using that word wrong, sir. And this recording's been going on for a little while, so I kind of want to save, except I don't have a sign anywhere. Was there a way to save in town? Hopefully there was. Those pigs on the loading screen kind of freak me out. I don't know why. They're just... It's like I mentioned how I like animation in games, but those... Like, they've just got, like, that weird two-frame animation where they're just, like, sticking their necks out back and forth. It's just weird. I don't know. It just kind of weirds me out for no reason that I can really explain. Anyways, yeah, that is, my first play session, so to speak, or my first recording session, I should say, or... I don't know. The first sit-down session of this actual successful recording, hopefully, fingers crossed, God willing, that will actually be going on the channel. So, yeah, this is Tomba. Definitely going to be playing more of this, having a good time with it so far. Intrigued to see what else there is, even though I've still seen all of what we've seen so far. But nevertheless, yeah, really interesting game. Really curious to see what else it has in store for us. So thank you all for watching, and I hope you'll join me again next time.